Alright, we should be live. What's Gaming Gamers? It's your boy Olino, and I'm coming at you live with more Crusader Kings 3, and of course, they updated the game. But they say the save should be compatible as long as you don't have any cosmetics, and I don't believe any of the mods are cosmetics, so probably check that we have the stream safe settings enabled. I assume we do. I assume they didn't change that. Game. Tooltip display. Yep. We have diseases. Yep. These are the, me not getting banned ones. Sure, I didn't actually accidentally click those. I assume you have to hit apply. Yeah. I can send the links out. But yeah, so, for those of you who aren't familiar, this is the Byzantium fractured, so back in 867 we started, and, we started with, we started in 868, so we started in 867, We started in 867, made a custom character, basically lore-wise. I assume he's dead now, but lore-wise, we ousted Basileus, converted to Byzantium, however you pronounce that. We ousted him because he murdered the previous emperor, so in our headcanon, it's like, oh, that was enough to upset the people of Constantinople, ousted him, installed one of their own, our Olino of House Olinos. But basically all the vassals and lords were like, hey, we don't want to be a part of, having a jumped-up peasant leading us. So I resolved the war with the Oglobids, who are not doing well. In fact, they're gone, it looks like. I resolved that war in Sicily, which takes until 868, and then released all of our direct vassals. Started with just Constantinople, now we're growing again. We took a little bit. We took these mines that we can get. You see we have the special buildings there. These are making us quite a bit of money. And then we also took the the Duchy of Philoppolis from Bulgaria, which is now sort of broken up into Mosia as the last remnant of that. And then there's Wallachia. But yeah, and I'm basically trying to avoid... So we hold everything in our realm directly. I'm basically trying to hold until we can get royal prerogative. And then we can up our crown authority, and then I can start creating vassals, and then in theory, vassals won't be able to fight wars with one another, and that'll be really nice, because then we don't have problems where we'll have, we can control how large our vassals are. Then we don't have to worry about, really big vassals causing us problems, in theory. Whether or not that'll work out, we'll see. We also made the cursed discovery that with an avunculate marriage... avunculate marriage, avunculate marriage is our orthodox one. So marriage between cousins, aunts, nephews, uncles, nieces, those are allowed. So, but they don't tell you, so you think they're like, oh, okay, parent-child banned, sibling banned, grandparent-grandchild banned, okay? Apparently, great-grandparent and great-grandchild is not banned with avunculate marriage. So, that was pretty cursed knowledge. Anyways, teach our kids, yeah, for the daughters. The big one is if we have, heirs that we want to teach. Did we really have a bunch of stuff that I wasn't... I mean, we did reset the game pretty early after we died, so... How close is this guy in line to the throne for? 6th in line with intrigue? Yeah, intrigue's fine. He's already into it. And then I'll go over the mods we've got in just a second here, just to reiterate those. Alright, so the big thing is, so this is our heir. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty... Yeah, we supervise this guy, so yeah, he's not terrible. disabled buildings. This is because of stewardship threshold, which if the day ticks over, I assume should be fine. We'll go ahead and get a feast going because we need to... It generates us renown, and also it'll give us a chance to make all our vassals like us more, because we did just get in here. The ecumenical patriarchs, pretty okay with us, so we'll just pick... this guy, because he's younger, so he'll probably be around for longer. And we want to crank up the prestige gain. Go ahead and start that. So, other things. We had, when we were still, like, full ruler of the entire empire also, I went ahead and got us the culinary artist reform, because you lose being cultural head, because there's, like, the Anatoly Khan. Well, it looks like he lost some territory, but he becomes the head. He's got the most Greek county, so he becomes the new cultural head, and they'll immediately start doing a reform if you let them. So, cue that up. We're back to being cultural head, so we're in charge of that again. But I really like this one because feast giving renown is pretty nice. You basically are getting like an extra 50 renown or so every 5 years for now. Once we have more vassals, in theory, we'll get more vassals of our dynasty. We can get more vassals of our dynasty and culture, because that's the other thing. Which actually also, we might want to do Castle Keeper later on. I forget what... Realm, yeah, Castle Keepers. Rulers of this culture gain prestige renown from castle holdings. So that, in theory, could be good. But again, that only applies to members of our dynasty that also have a culture. That's the trick. I've done this before, not realizing that, and kind of sucks. Inspirations was Forge a Hammer. Skills merely decent. Yeah, sure. I mean, if nothing else, we can make a throne. Yeah. Wait, didn't I already mission a throne? Thought I did. Wait, we got Improvident? When we get Improvident? 2 minus 25% to our income. That sucks. This is why I'm doing the domain focus. I guess we did wealth focus. That would help offset it some, but I did the domain focus to get our domain limit up. There are whispers about the tales of deeds my father disgraced Basilius. What do you mean disgraced? Oh, well, I did have some tyranny, I suppose. Able to achieve fame like him? Disgraced. But whatever. Monthly prestige. The prestige stress gain. Yeah, I'm not about that stress gain. Oh. Wait. Was that the throne? Wait, was that the throne? Okay, so, alright, whatever. Hello, RMS Starlight. Hope you're doing well. I may have just wasted some gold doing recommissioning that, but whatever. Oh, right, and the mods. What mods are we playing with? So basically it's all Dynasty Legacies, so unrestricted Dynasty Legacies based on culture, so we have access to, like, I think this one's added by the Persian DLC, these two are added by the Iberian DLC, these two are added by the Norse DLC. You have to have the correct culture group if you want to do them. I just have a mod that lets you do all of them whenever you want. You can, because you can get this by culture shifting. It's just annoying, really. And then I have one that adds some extra ones. So I think devotion, industry, influence, mercantile, temptation, tradition are all additional. Dynasty Legacies added. Now we have an unstationed men-at-arms. Fine. Ooh, +3. Who is this? Just let the trader be known. I think that just disrupts their schemes a good amount. But yeah, so we don't want to really expand it all until we get until we could start having vassals, and by having vassals, I mean we don't, we're not, yeah, we'll just do wine merchants to still be in town, because we don't want the stress and everybody is happier. You always want to make sure people are happy when you inherit, because, well, you know, people get upset at you. This is where I want to be. Yeah, just get traits up. I would love to do this more often, but I can only do it every 5 years. Ooh, 100 renown, nice. Family members keep very, wow. Ooh, nice. Was hoping for a renown bonus, but whatever, that's still good. And prestige, vassal tax contribution, court grandeur bonus. I suppose it's all pretty decent. Oh, yes, please, renown. Always renown. Because we had a bunch of people who could... Oh, I wonder if we had great-granddaughters that couldn't... So we'll still focus on trying to get... Focus. We'll still focus on trying to get matrilineal marriages for the time being, just so we could get, like, beef up our... I mean, honestly, we'll probably always do matrilineal marriages for the people we control, because once we have our own vassals going around doing stuff, then they can, they'll start making their own marriages, which could generate renown and stuff, so not really too interested in worrying about it. Anybody who's Orthodox, 33, sure. Are we up to the 100 dynasty limit for... Nope, 91. I think you keep getting extra renown per living member until you hit 100, and then it caps at +2. Well, I guess we could just get these other guys. Honest, humble, generous. You try to get synergy. Because in general, the more they... I think the more opinion the spouses have of one another, the more likely they are to have kids. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it makes sense to me. Beautiful. Yes. It's 0.3 then. Anybody? There were a lot of people who had intelligent. Oh, I might have wanted to do robust because their kids would have been guaranteed to inherit that. Well, let's see if we can find somebody with fecund to keep that inherited in the gene pool. Well, it'll guarantee a high chance of children, so that should work out. What am I parting with? Owner of a dagger? No way. As always, I don't trust those. Oh. Our wife's pregnant. This could be awkward, because if we get a son, he'll be born in the purple, and he'll become the new primary inheritor, which might suck. Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, so we got another Warhammer, but probably just give that to one of our knights. I don't know where their artifacts go. But we can gift artifacts out to our knights, and then they will become much, much more effective knights. Oh, there it is, the Antiochian divergence. Okay. So yeah, so this is big because this also, again, yeah, so that's like the last big culture I think that diverges from Greek. So there's Cretan, Nicotian, and Antiochian. I believe those are all the historical ones that'll diverge. Maybe there's one that'll split off in uh Crimea, but it works out because the smaller the Greek faith is, the faster it is to do cultural reforms, and I think the cheaper it is to do cultural reforms. Maybe no. Um, but I do know we tech up faster the based on the average development of the county. So the fewer counties there are, the easier it is to raise the overall development. Now the trade-off is, do we just lose a bunch of high development counties? Antioch itself, I know, has development 16. Probably didn't make too big of a difference, I'm guessing. We still have a lot of these 8, 7. Pharaoh, I've been buffing a bunch. I should probably switch to like. Well, no, I have to. I can only increase development in my realm, so I guess we'll just keep raising this one. I guess we could switch to buffing Zerkova now, because this one does also border 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces, because Barrow's already been buffed. Yeah, we could flip that one over. Because how quickly will this one develop? We won't be taking that max develop. Oh yeah, it'll develop a lot faster. And of course, getting development gets us more tax income and whatnot, and I think manpower, what does it do? They just need more time. Yeah, so at 100 development, you're getting plus 50%. Regalia, again, not super great, but we can give it to, say, our son, because I don't think he has any regalia. Breakfast. Yeah, I always take the opportunity to make friends. Okay, we got a daughter, so. And she's 43. Impressive. But we probably won't have another kid, so we probably avoided. I think I even chose an older spouse for him, so it reduced probability of having a kid, but oh well. We have so much money, there's no real reason not to keep sponsoring missions. Alright. Murderer. Cool. Who did you kill? I see. Wait, was that your spouse? No. Alright. Well, you don't have any good genetic traits, so try to get somebody with a good genetic trait. It's Herculean. I don't know if... Yeah, I mean, you're... Well, I guess we'll look for beautiful. Also got Bleeder. Zealous of a different faith's always rough. Lustful, 33, sure. Let's go for it. Very high intrigue could be problematic, but I don't think this guy's particularly in line to inherit at this point, so they're hopefully a little bit less trigger happy. And okay, so this guy we want to go ahead and get fecund again because it'll have a very high probability. Now, it does give you an extra plus 5 years of fertility, which can be really strong, so I think we're good to do that one. I mean, it's already 47, so... And they both have fecund, so they should have quite a few kids early on. Child of my dynasty, yes. What else did I get? Oh, right, the regalia that I immediately gifted away. So how much longer? 14 years. Can I get... I don't have any books or anything. Can I get... Can I commission a book? No. Because I haven't... I don't think... Because he did the theologian... Okay, so we did get scientific, which is good. We could get a little bit more learning. Finishing a scholar, although I might want to do whole of body, actually, to try and live longer. I don't know. What are we getting for... the learning of the cultural heads? What does 25 learning give? I think like 50%. So we could up our fascination chance, so... We could shave off a little bit more time if we got our learning up even higher, theoretically. Ooh, suit intellectual, nice. Let's go for... Can't invite to court. Need to, I guess I could try to arrange a marriage for him. Nope. This is the thing with vassals, that they just have a tendency to not do marriages. So we'll go for intelligence, see if we can find anybody with intelligence. You know, I could also presumably flip people over. So yeah, we'll get this guy. He's possessed. Now, what could possibly go wrong? Byzantia. Sure. There's no drawback to doing that, really. Irene, sure. Might accept. Oh, he has pretty high learning. Huh. Guess I should have looked at that. Nice. Ooh, a Greek spear, a fancy spear. Unfortunately, I think I prefer having the extra knights. Fatal casualties won't matter pretty soon. Neither will levy reinforcement rate, so we'll just gift it away. Hello, Mumupra. Hope you're doing well. I have a court physician, right? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. I will record it myself. What artifact did I get? Is that a book artifact? Another book artifact. Ooh, development growth. Neat. Does that impact our base development growth here? Yes. Is it everywhere? Oh, it is everywhere. Oh, that's really nice. Although it's presumably what we're so are there anything weird on the world stage? Not oh, well, I guess the Abbasids lost the title Abbasid for the Arabian Empire. I'm not sure who has the name Abbasid. Might be they have an internal revolt. Carlin kingdoms are pretty fractured if Burgundy is now separate from Aquitaine, and also not Carling. I guess I could see sort by house. I prefer to sort by dynasty. Carling, Carling, not Carling. Italy kind of exploded. Oh yeah, there's the Christiani religion, which formed in the Balkans and then spread to Greece as well. So that got adopted by quite a few vassals, so that's kind of interesting. There's some orthodoxy. What? Sorbia. Sclerose. Okay, that must be some people who did some royal marriages, because that is interesting. Otherwise, oh yeah, and then looks like the Christians are pushing into North Africa a little bit. Otherwise, I don't think it's anything too interesting. I'm not familiar enough with how India starts divided up. And I think all these religions look... Is Tarumic a new religion? I think all these other religion situations look pretty normal. Is right, the Jewish faith. Have the Khazars... Do the Khazars start Jewish and they flip off of Judaism? I think they flipped off of Judaism. Yeah. Interesting. Oh, and then Bulgaria, like, dissolves and now it's Wallachia. And it's all pretty normal, though. Oh yeah, I don't think the Magyars just decided to stay in Zaporizhia. They didn't migrate to Hungary. Not sure why. Looks like Sweden's expanding quite a bit. Denmark's expanded a little bit. England's still holding out. Alfred died early. There's the Danelaw, Ireland, United. I would have thought the Norse would have put a damper on that, but I guess not. Huh. Interesting. Brittany, yeah, looks like Hastings. Oh, Hastings did succeed in conquering Brittany, it looks like, but then he converted to Christianity, presumably under threat from the Carlings. Uh-oh. Yeah. Interesting enough. Alright, what was I gonna get? Cutting cornerstones is nice. Yeah, cutting cornerstones, professional workforces are all nice to have. I think we already built everything we could in all our holdings. That's why we're just stockpiling gold for the most part. Oh. Trade that. I can't build the duchy building because I don't think we have the tech, and also we don't control the duchy title. We do control the duchy title here, but again, still can't build anything. Oh, we could upgrade this one. And yeah, we can't upgrade castle. Oh. Take a peek on our courtiers, do the unmarried adults filter. Oh, unmarried my dynasty. Because these are distant enough family members, we don't get notified for these ones. No good genetic traits. So, wow, they are very limited in terms of their marriage prospects. That might be why I don't have a case for them. What about Flippa? Sure. Oh wait, no, that's fine. Gotta go with Constantinos. Our wife's pregnant again. I mean, we are fecund, so fair enough. But still, yeah, we're just rolling the dice because we get a son. It could be our new heir, which could be good. It could be good and bad. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting the notification. Yeah, you can't. There's no real people to that religion in that game map around northern Iraq near Anatolia. Oh, a levy. Interesting. Muslim faith. What's the deal with that? Can I get the? There we go. Alevis believe in the succession of the 12 Imams, but also follow many other traditions as outlined in their collection of holy texts, the Wyruks. In Alevi tradition, God is truth, and Muhammad and Ali are manifestations of him in the world. There's other, but they don't have, so they don't have a head of faith. Interesting. Hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How big was the Antiochian cult? Okay, so it did spread a little bit outside of their realm. These guys convert? Not their liege. Let's see, got an Olino, got a Constantine. That's a Tiberios then. We ask our head of faith for gold. And do I gain stress for this? Every zealot vassal loses 10 of AN, whatever. Again, we just don't have anybody really good for them to get married to. This is another reason to just get more unmarried courtiers. Can I invite? Don't I already have a dog? Oh, no, I don't. That's right, because we died. Um... Nope, there's not really any way to just invite female courtiers. So... Sorry, guys. We'll have to... We can get, like, regular unmarried adults, and maybe... Actually, I don't even know... Will they let us marry other people to... Oh, it's because I have the intelligent filter on. That's why. Yeah, it was like, it doesn't make any sense. There we go. Alright, so let's see if we can find anybody with fecund, because he also has fecund. 37, again, it gives 5 years of fertility, and he's already pretty old, so I think it's a good move. Because they're just guaranteed to have the trait for any kids they have. Pet your dog always. Courtiers. Let's see, so he is both probably biased towards fecund, but pretty young and the other people are pretty old, so we'll see if we can get... Let's go for beautiful. Chaste, but the fertility penalty's offset by beautiful, so that's not too bad, I think. And he's got fact also. That does sound a little confusing. Let's see. Can we get any geniuses? Nope. Intelligent. Nope. Quick. Yes. You're guaranteed to inherit. Preferably orthodox. Sure. And then he doesn't have any traits, so we'll just go for beautiful. Bleeder, honestly, sure. Oh, wait, are they zealous and Catholic? Yeah, probably fine. Oh yeah, this does also increase our overall life expectancy. Which, I guess we had before, that would explain why we lived so long. "13 more years. Oh, well, I think that's our new heir then, maybe. Well, we would name him Constantine, so... So the question is, I'm not sure how it works. I think he has to survive a certain age before... Oh, nope, there we go. He's the new heir. And he's sterile. That is rough, to say the least. Utterly unable to life. Well, it's only a minus 50% penalty, so you could, in theory, overcome that. But... I don't know. So I do have historical heresies, so I don't know if this historically popped up in this area or if somebody just decided to make that faith, or I don't know if it exists at the start of the game either. I don't think it does, though, but maybe it does. Feel... I don't really care about... again, they don't... That we already checked, they don't have contracts, Baron level vassals, so they don't matter. Those events don't matter, just take the free opinion. Oh, well, hold on. Let's not... Olino, Constantine, that's a Tiberios. Matrilineal. Just marry a regular, like, lustful guy. Doesn't always need to be a good genetic trait every time. Arranged betrothal. No. I'll decline, because we want matrilineal marriages whenever possible. And then for her, we want intelligent, because then we can guarantee it will be inherited. And preferably orthodox, but I go through the orthodox quickly. Wrathful don't have positive opinions of other Wrathful, but should be fine. Oh yeah, so yeah, because there's still the Abadi. Waldism. We also have the Sunni Caliphate. The What are these descriptions? Ali was a rightful successor due to his rebellion against the Umayyads. This one. My granddaughter-in-law has given birth to a daughter since Lil was part of Olino's dynasty. Maybe, yeah. It seems like the religions are getting converted pretty quickly. It seems like. Well, new ones are popping up. I'll be so happy once we have fewer vassals overall. Oh yeah, I guess we gotta check our court physician aptitude poor. Uh-oh. That's not very good. Why? Infirm? Yeah, sorry, you're fired. And also fired from your other job. Do we have anybody who's pretty good at court physician? Yeah, we could search for a physician. Decent antiquarian, master of horse, master of hunt. Leontia. Yeah, I think we'll go with Leontia. That's a lot of options. Do a matrilineal marriage. Again, I just like to find somebody with really high learning also to marry them to. I think you get priest garb on. Interesting. Forge Regalia, yeah, sure. There's a chance for us to get renowned from that. Christian, or doesn't exist yet. I mean, we are the earlier start date, So it might not exist at the start. Yeah, I don't know. Are Christian? Yeah, the Coptics exist. Yeah. Most weird marriage do you? So I don't know of any weird marriages from. I don't know of any weird marriages from. Uh, well, there was the one time in a different Byzantine game where I reformed to a faith where there were no marriage restrictions, but and we also had concubines. And then the I was playing as I was playing as an empress, and I had a daughter who was set to inherit, and I wanted to marry the daughter off, but my husband had taken our eldest daughter as a concubine. So that was pretty messed up. But that's what I get for changing the marriage restriction law. The weirdest thing I've ever seen was actually in Crusader Kings 2. Somehow, in a game I was playing, there was a woman leading a Muslim republic, which I have no idea how that happened. Um, because I would think that on two counts, because I assume, because in Crusader Kings 2, I don't know that you could reform your gender law as easily as in, easily, air quotes, as in Crusader Kings 3. I mean, you could just change the game rules, but I'm positive I didn't change the game rules or anything. And also, like, Republics especially, in Crusader Kings 2, that was very difficult for women to get control of them. So that was that was just bizarre seeing that happen with all of the gender laws that exist in Crusader Kings 2. So the way it worked was in Crusader Kings 2, republics were merchant republics. The merchant republics in the vein of like Venice, Amalfi. So this was in like I probably started playing in it's probably 867 game. Probably would have been like 1000 or 1100 at the latest, if I had to guess. 'Cause I usually didn't. I think the latest I ever got in a Crusader Kings 2 game was like 1337 thereabouts. And in Crusader Kings 3, I've only ever gotten to like well, I usually play 8. Well, that 1337 was starting in 1066. I think from an 867 start, the furthest I've gotten is maybe the 1100s. So, grandson, Marshall, yeah, sure. Right, I can't construct temples yet because we don't have city planning. We'll discover in 95 years. We can do that after we get royal prerogative. You know, I guess if I really didn't want to have a kid, I could have done the thing that lets you embrace celibacy. But oh well, that's on me. Yeah. Excuse me. 21 club footed. It's probably fine. You guys just stop. None of you have any land or anything. Why are y'all trying to kill each other? Calm down. Oh boy, my brother's Why? What could possibly go wrong? Can I get her to convert? Yes. Go ahead and send her a gift also. Not interested in these betrothals. Like, eventually we'll want that because we'll get renown from high-level marriages, but just right now, it's not really worth it. Let's see, I'm getting renown. Renown. Plus one piety. Yeah, because I'm using that to get gold, so that's pretty fine. Having decade. Interesting. And we're also getting some negative genetic traits, unfortunate. He's 52, so yeah. Them. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you talking about that. Wait, you can't just name. Oh wait, no, that's the okay. That's the existing kids. I was like, wait, are they reusing names? But no, they're not. Those are the kids. Although the AI will try to reuse names sometimes, which I always find awkward. Can I get a book? Yes, please. So the lower tier books, I think, are usually like ones you can have from ones you can have from that you can just hold in your hand. Sure. Sure. I don't need to be having any more kids. Who's Maria? Sure. I'm spending a lot of gold. We should be paying a lot more if we didn't have the minus 25% amount. Fertility plus 20%. Interesting. Might actually hold on to that. Although we really want these renowned buffing ones. Because, like, man, if we got, like, that plus 4% and plus 0.16, put that on 100 Dynasty members, we'd be swimming in renown. I will hold on to that because we might want the high fertility. We might be able to actually overcome sterile with our heir if we get that. Sure, let's see if we get another fertility bonus. Vassal, ruler, overlord. I mean, the only thing I can think of would be like regencies. It's stuff like that. So are they actually the designated? Regent presumptive. So can I formally designate them? Have them focus on promote authority. My merchant should still be. Oh man, the 300 gold's killer. And with that, it's all done. I could also have them go for learning the fertility. Well, the fertility bonus ones, like family. I'm trying to think for like. I prefer not to do a martial challenge. What is it? They should be fine. Like, obviously, there were a lot of cases of regents who were ruling over kids. Um, yeah, it's about all I can think of. I mean, they're technically like the things where you had like you could say that there were certain countries who were in like the British Commonwealth that recognized like the Queen as their head of state or whatever, but then obviously the Queen had no power to govern them, or they ignored like anything the Queen tried to do. But that's still not ruling over. I could say that ruling over them. Let's try to do learning challenge. Yeah. We'll just go for a quick person because I'll be guaranteed to be inherited. Too many family members. Oh, shoot. Okay, that was the survey one. Shoot. I hate when that happens when I'm clicking and I get a pop-up. And it happens in Hoy. That really sucks in Hoy. Like Kaiserreich especially, you'll just be clicking, boom, event. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's get that development. Hooray, we got a nickname. I always like when we can get a nickname. I always think it's neat when we look back at the log. Well, we're going to be dead soon. Alright, Feckin, but can't get somebody with that, so we'll go for... Ooh, yeah, let's do that. Ah, shoot, that puts our domain limit. We can construct a building in Adrianople. Oh, shoot, wait, really? What? Hmm. Weird. I 100% would have built stuff here. Well, that sucks. Dar. Have I just been overlooking Adrianopolis this whole time? I will get a marriage set up myself. What are they? Comely. Already had an Olino. And Constantine, so Tiberios is in order. I guess being a little bit over our domain limit isn't too bad. We already have our wife. Yeah, our wife's already buffing our domain as much as possible. Dude, I might need to create a vassal then. Ugh. Problem is, it's the Duchy of Philopolis, which... Hmm... Which is just it's just a big duchy. Uh, if I give it to my son, he's 100% going to rebel. Is there anybody who has pretty good secure line? Questionable how likely they are to have kids. They've presumably been married for a while. So he has a lot of sons. Sure, I guess we'll give him the titles. What is his domain limit? I guess I could give this... I guess if I give counties to all of his sons, and then he's their overlord, so in theory he shouldn't want to fight his own kids, in theory. Yeah, we'll try it. And then they can start inheriting and all that stuff. So I think it's this guy, yeah. So we'll give him a title. Adrianopolis is the... No, Philopolis. Philopolis is the county of the Duchy of Philopolis. Yeah, who'd have thought? I just don't know what this guy's domain limit is. And I don't want him giving titles to, like, non-dynasty members. Give them Adrianopolis. Give them Burgos. And give them Barrow. And then they can have the rest of the county and all those vassals. Now, he might be powerful enough to start fighting, but... Oh yeah, he wants a position on the council. Probably care the least about my chancellor, honestly, so... Fine. Well, I guess since we decided to go ahead and create a vassal, that does free us up to do more conquering then. It's just a dog. I'm not spending the entire GDP of the empire on him. I think we'll go for diplomacy education, because I don't really care for any of the intrigue bonuses, really. Like, yeah, there's cool stuff you can do with intrigue, but it's just not it's just not really my play style. Oh, wow. Just look for somebody with high prowess. Oh, hey, sure. We'd like somebody intelligent to reinforce that trait, if possible. Betrothal. Sure. Nah. Yeah, we've already got it. Was just look for... I wish there was a sort by fertility option. Giant, yeah, sure. Honestly, she's pretty old, so you know what? I do not like getting alliances, but he's 84 years old, though. Okay, maybe not. But this would start getting us some renown. So, sure. Venice usually doesn't go to wars, I feel, so it should be fine. Yeah, so that gives us like one renown because of the marriage. And you know what? She's 41. The Ancona. Honestly, we get called into wars. We don't really have a lot going on right now, so it's probably fine. So sure, Duke will give us like 0.5 renown, so... But this guy will live longer than the guy who's, 50. .8 for king by marriage, 0.4, and then we get a plus 25% and a plus 2% because of the regalia. Oh, that's a tournament. Okay. Always like, what the heck is that dynasty sigil? Did somebody convert their religion? But now it's not that. No, my brother. That is over by us. So I would prefer to not marry into those ones because we are going to want to be conquering them, ideally. Prefer further away marriages when possible. But I would kind of like to start building more renown. And we can always conquer other spots, so that's fine. Alright, that's buffed our renown a good amount. Always pet your dog, which you can unfortunately only do every 5 years. Wait, did I make my son the... Oh, I thought I was giving it to a brother. Seriously? Man, that was not a smart move on my end. Because, he is really gonna want the Byzantine Empire. Oh well. We'll deal with it. I guess I may as well start taking the Optima toy then. So, get me some claims. Ooh, the King of Burgundy. That would be a lot of renown. Yeah, let's start getting more renown. Sure. I'm more than happy to actually do something for a change. Oh yeah, I guess now that we have making a killing, actually, there is a pretty big incentive for us to fight people. So who are we fighting? Bavaria? Oh, it's all over here? Well, let's get into it. Alright, we discovered barracks. I don't think that lets us upgrade anything, though. I wonder if he goes around, yeah, just decides to start destroying some of our buildings. Gotta be an Olino. So we want to keep fighting in plains. Ooh, okay, let him come to us. Oh. Well, that was unfortunate. Whatever, we're still getting the renown from the marriage, though. Grandson. Yeah, sure. I guess honestly, this matters less now. Being a doing this because we probably just want to switch to learning now and just get as much fascination progress as possible. Is he your heir? No. Wait. Oh, hold on. Female preference, interesting. Oh, this guy's gonna bounce if I don't find him a spouse. Sure. So this is our player heir, so I definitely want to be his guardian. Not the best when it comes to that, but I really want to, you will really want to be able to control their traits. Also, oh right, because we gave away a bunch of territory, so that's why we need to restation all our men-at-arms. Alright. Wait. I have my claim. Did I not need the claim? I guess there are pros and cons. I don't need the claim. Okay. Fine. Weird. $343 gold. Let's go. Now we should be able to bait them into attacking if we just can get close to winning the war, because they should panic and try to stop us. This problem when you have multiple baronies, you gotta siege all the castles. These guys are giving us war score, I think, so we'll hold on to them for the time being. Alright. Do I control the barony also? No, I saw the baron. Oh, that's fine. Alright, where are all these wars happening? Alright. Question is, do I want to go ahead and get working on blood as opposed to... Because, like, daily siege progress, it's only if a member of my dynasty is the commander, which... And the enemy extra control when occupied, I really don't care about that. I think we're going to go for blood, because we can also pick a trait, and you also get life expectancy. Yeah, this is just really, really good. I think also we could do... Temptation would also give us a increased chance once we get that maxed out. Or we could just grab all the fertility bonuses. The fertility bonuses would be really good for our dynasty. Let's say I don't really care. An urn? I don't even know what an urn does. I mean, I know what an urn, like, an actual urn does, but in this terms of the artifact, I don't. $20 versus 21. Yeah, sure, we'll put a powerful guy in there. Can I spend money to send him to university? Influence. Interesting. Wait. Yes. Okay, I didn't even know you could do that. I guess this was probably added with, like, Friends of Wards or whatever. But I thought there was a way to send them to university. Wait. It's part of the Educate Child, isn't it? Oh, but I think that's only if you have a university. Uh, there we go. Oh yeah, so the Sultanate is much, much bigger. Sure, we can host a feast while we're in the middle of a war, why not? Screw this Baron up. Get me another book. Does the castle siege and we can unsiege it? Oh, no, you are not using my throne. fine. We'll donate. Well, we should lose a bunch. We'll lose a bunch of stress from the feast because we're gregarious. A lot of gold. Okay, so yeah, so it's a liberty war, so we'll just siege down these holdings of his vassals. We want to keep him in charge, because otherwise we're not getting our renown. Also, we need to free our... Do we ransom them? Oh, we need better siege men-at-arms. Yes, please, always the renown. Alright, what am I trying to do exactly here? I'd ideally like to live a little bit longer. Are we infirm? I think we're infirm now. Been infirm for a while. Do we want to just try and get scholars? I guess we'll try and get scholarly circles. Just speed up our tech up a little bit more. Ooh, Greek urn. Renown, let's go. What does this replace? Is this another one that replaces... Oh, yeah. Gotta do it for the renown. Yes, please give me that stress loss. Wait, when did I become a non-blue? Oh, right, because this is the other problem with playing for a long time, is you could get secrets and stuff that you didn't necessarily want. Okay, that's gotta end one of the wars. There we go. You want to come back home? Sorry about that, Maria. Didn't I... What do you mean she's too far away to interact with? Really? No, whatever. Who are we at war with now? Yep, I mean, simplicity does make it a lot easier to recognize certain things. Because your corp becomes your mentor, just do the book. Our character's probably gonna die soon, so really have to march all the way up there. Another grandson. Teaching them all intrigue. What could possibly go wrong? Greek making gold, monthly stewardship lifestyle. So that's a book. Was it just another... Mm-hmm. So if we ever want to do stewardship, we can get a lot of stewardship growth. Stewardship XP, basically. Plus 25% stewardship's pretty good. Come on. Alright, Steward, 17 versus 21. We'll get the 21 guy. It's a mayor. I don't really care if a mayor's upset with us for not being on the council. He can't do anything. Ah, yes, excellent. Because what's great is, so he gives me renown, but then he also gets renown for doing that. Perfect. What's the French doing here? Go away. And the French army was just annihilated. We weren't even direct participants in that war. We just decided, hey. How old is this guy going to live? He is 89 years old. He's infirm also, so. I really don't want to marry anybody else and get even more penalties. Or more alliances, rather. Alliances, air quotes. Well, it's nice that the AI does that. Because the AI can fight all these wars. Wow, we have so many. They just gotta marry these people off before they leave, because once they leave, there's a good chance they don't ever get married. Governor. I see. Just normal Orthodox today. Let's see. Let's just marry him. We have so many. Tired of Orthodox? We've barely played Orthodox. Wait, would your husband work for her daughter, Gabriella? Sure. You can. I don't really care about what her education is. I gotta finish all these marriage agreements. Sure. That one and I mean, we're already plenty spicy with the Byzantine Empire completely fractured and us trying to piece it back together. That's kind of the theme of this one. Where ammo I've died. Nah, oh wait. Yeah, we did embrace celibacy, so we no longer have kids. Oh yeah, happy Lunar New Year. I didn't even know it was Lunar New Year. Back when I played Genshin Impact, I would know when the Lunar New Year was, but I don't anymore, so... Just... This is really... This is the battle. This is why people don't do this normally in Crusader Kings, because people don't want to have to micro all of these marriages. How am I getting so many new courtiers? Oh, this would guarantee the traits inherited. Okay, since we can't have kids, it's fine. We'll just marry literally anyone. Just to get the the stewardship buff is nice. Yeah. Another tooth. I have so many teeth. Renown, let's go! Wait, so is this a... Oh, it's a trinket! Yes, please, a trinket, yes. Oh, that's beautiful. Anything that gives us renown. Yes, temperate. Such a good trait. We are rolling. This could work out. We just need to survive until ideally they're 16. Children lack guardians. I really need to start giving more of our vassals out so we can start sending more of our vassals out so we can start making members of our dynasty vassals so that they will then manage themselves, because I'm getting kind of tired of this. Oh, hey, Kingdom of Bulgaria is back. What happened to it? Created. Destroyed. I see. Why was it destroyed? Well, we wouldn't want to convert off of Orthodoxy at all until we mend the Great Schism, because I don't think you can mend the Great Schism if you convert off of Orthodoxy, and also just stay as Orthodox for the time being. There's no real reason not to. Most of the empire that we're trying to reconquer is Greek Orthodox, so there's quite an incentive. He's a prince. Yes, please give him the Prince of Fashion name. I love getting that nickname. I forgot we were still at war. Wait, what? Did we finish? Okay, we sieged that. Completely forgot. At war. We have to march all the way over. Oh, I guess we need to break the sieges over there. Cooler or more challenging? Well, the next one for challenge is we got an idea we're gonna do a Slavic game sometime. Once we'll get through like this whole Byzantium fracture playthrough, but somebody gave us a challenge to play as like Duklija in 867 and try to unite all the Slavic peoples under one empire. That'll be challenging. That'll test our limits. Oh, I am not collecting these. We were putting them on the pyre. I used to collect those war banners, and you end up with so many war banners. Wait. Maybe we're not in that war? Can't tell if these are like hostile sieges we can break or what. Oh no, these are... Okay, so these are just hostile. Well, we could just fight them just for the fun of it. I think we do get prestige for fighting them. So many pop-ups. Yes, please, a brooch. Sure, we can become friends. I'm like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and get some alliances. Immediately regret the decision. Speaking of which, how close are we to getting our fascination? We almost have it! Oh boy! Oh yeah, so the special autonomous regions. Yeah, I remember because you mentioned that yeah, it got disbanded. Oh wow, I don't. The prime minister get killed by anger mob. Yeah, that's definitely divisive. And oh, that's the cultural map mode. I was like, what the heck just happened to the borders? And there's the French again. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson? Is this a shield? Wait, what am I funding? Yes, a shield. Memory of Constance. Yes, 150 renown. Let's go. World 1, 6,000 years. We are less than a century away. I probably just really care about getting more learning lifestyle XP. Yes, we got royal prerogative, which means we go ahead and raise our crown authority. Dude, now vassals can't wage internal wars, which is good. Art relative to the technology of the time, it's kind of... I mean, we're literally at the end, because I don't think I can interact with some of these people. Like, can I interact? Yeah, so this guy is literally, like, the edge of my diplomacy range. Like, I cannot interact with this person. Can I interact with this one? They're too far away. So Burgundy is literally the limit of my diplomatic range. So, yeah. Literally, I mean, you could interpret diplomatic range as, like, the known world, essentially. Wouldn't be too inaccurate. Did they unsiege this? I can't tell. It's so small. No, they didn't. Were we still fighting? Is it just because they've sieged a bunch of territory? Oh, no, right. I got it. I would like mangonels, but I would also like to just get... we'll get city planning in 5 years. Okay, cool. Let's do mangonels then. Because I'm tired of not having the upgraded siege engines or fort level being too high to siege. Prestige, attraction, opinion, that's fine. Don't really care too much about that. Youthful vigor. He's only 55. Are you contributing to this? So many pop-ups. So many relatives. Okay. Did I get another artifact? Unmarried courtiers of our dynasty. Yeah, we have a ton. The King of Great Moravia. Okay, remember how I said we're not going to do it, but, like, we could, though. And get some renown. See somebody with good genetic trait. Oh, you're related to him. Oops. What else do we have? Just sure giants. Why not? Oop. Find my answer in the heavens. Let's go. We've also been infirm for like 2 years at this point. Oh, this is the awkward thing when you marry a, because you can marry off like a pregnant woman, and then they get that event, which is unfortunate because they didn't actually cheat. They were just already pregnant when they got married with somebody else's kid. Do not want a matrilineal marriage for the guy. Yeah, sure. Balaton. Where's Balaton? Sure. Because we'll probably end up with our character dead soon, which I think will break a lot of these alliances. What happened? Did he divorce my spouse? Why are we rivals? Yeah, it doesn't despise me enough to not call me into his war. Well, at least we can raid the Bavarian coast. Let's get a siege commander also, just because siege commanders are so good. Ooh, and even more renown. Let's go. I think these replace these pelts? No. Oh, did they replace one of the banners? Well, that's less good. Well, 0.02 for 0.14. Yeah, it's a big upgrade. Hold court, wall infirm. Mission artifact, please. Another book. Do another feast. I don't have a caravan master. Who doesn't like this mayor? Sure. That means we've been at war for like over 5 years at this point because we already held a feast around the time we were. Yep, that's about to be the end for us. How's our heir? Hey, we got to 12. That's pretty good. I became impatient. That sucks. Well, there are worse things. Ooh, that's a good trait. Also, I go and get these people married off while I can because they might move to different places and leave court once I die. So try and get as many married as I can. And that's the end of that. The feast was canceled. Oh, the things I will accomplish. The work will continue. Yeah, he really doesn't like us. Not betrothed. I really don't care for trying to get a betrothal. No, we already have the book commissioned. Oh, right. Who's educating us? We're doing diplomacy. Can we do a sway scheme while we are a child? Yes, we can. It'd be difficult, though. Downside of your being your head of faith. We can try. Might get a good event that lets us do it quickly. To the library. Yeah, you're not consuming my artifacts. I guess the work did not, in fact, continue. Hooray for victory. Eldest son, yep, that's an Olino. Let's... all the artifact listings, yes, we can do absolute crown authority, let's go. And there we go, we managed to get what we wanted. What are they fighting? I don't suppose I could demand an end. Stop vassal war. Well, whatever. Looks like he's losing, so I don't really care. But this is exactly why I wanted to prevent those wars. Because if he gets that, like, the de jure internal borders could get messy, to say the least. Nope. Oh, shoot, what was that other one? I think I screwed up. Oh, I actually have a eunuch? Interesting. Get another book. Basically, you just want books for, like, every single subject. Lets you learn stuff pretty quickly. How many states the U.S. would have here in Indonesia? Serious state proposals? I mean, it depends what you mean by serious. Because I think the most quote-unquote serious one I'm aware of, oh, excuse me, where they've actually done referendums is, like, Eastern Oregon wanting to join Idaho, but that wouldn't create a new state. That would just change the border between Oregon and Idaho. There's a state of Jefferson that's proposed, which I think is Southern Oregon and Northern California. I think some people in Southern Illinois talk about splitting off and making their own state. As far as I know, there's not that many. Oh, well, the big ones are like the District of Columbia and Puerto Rico. Those are like the two big ones for them to become states. So that would be two right there, and those are pretty serious. But yeah, realistically, those, if like new states are going to be admitted to the United States, it's Puerto Rico is the most likely, because DC, there are a bunch of like issues with making the District of Columbia a state because of the way, because they amended the Constitution to give DC some of the rights of a state but not other rights of a state. So that makes things awkward to say the least. I just care because they're gonna give learning XP no matter what, so I don't really care too much about the other ones. Entrenched Regency. Ooh. Give up their power willingly when asked. Okay, so they'll probably just give it up once it's time. Oh, Count of Adrianopolis. Yeah, sure. Fine. We get another artifact. That's another Olino. Here in Indonesia, if all provinces, we have 102 provinces. So, like, how many provinces does Indonesia have currently? Because I don't have a context. Do you guys only have, like, 13 provinces or so? $38 right now. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, for the United States, I could conceivably see the United States going up to 52 states. I do not see any situation where the United States goes above 52 states with the current status quo. Because, like, the problem with changing, ooh, short rain duration, that actually might be good for me, because, what would I be giving up? Plus 2% monthly renown isn't that great. Or wait, is it different furniture? What did they just make? It did. Oh, that's great. Because the problem, so in order for in theory, in order for DC to or Puerto Rico to be made a state, in theory, the federal government could just be like, "You're a state now," and that's all she wrote. But for like to split off, like in order, so like in the case of the Oregon example, or like use the state of Jefferson example, which would carve a new state out of Southern Oregon and Northern California, you need the consent of the Oregon state government, California state government, and the federal government in order for that proposal to go through. I don't see that happening. Quick switch to the even better general. The learning lifestyle, nice. Yeah, so overall I don't see a, Okay, cool. We have no alliances. Nice. So once we're out of this war, we're done. In fact, we could just go home. Wait a month, we should get more troops. Yeah. Dangerous faction. Oh, bet. Please, try and fight me. Yeah, so in theory, if a part of a state wanted to secede and form their own state, in theory, you would need the state government and federal government to consent to that. And presumably the locality that wants to become their own state would also be consenting to it, because, yeah. But even then, I find it unlikely. I find it very unlikely because states don't want to give up territory. Like states giving up territory, giving up people is giving up power, essentially. And also, it's typically like, okay, we are not getting more alliances. If anything, if I can help it. How related are they? They're fecund, so I'll go for it. We get the reduced chance of negative congenital traits, the inbreeding matters less. Chance of inbreeding. Yeah, what am I trying to think of? What's with the artifact? Like, I don't know why we keep getting these artifact pop-ups. Because usually the people that want to secede from a state, they're people that don't feel they're politically represented by that state. But so, most, states are either run by Democrats or Republicans for the most part. So, like, areas that are strongly Republican and Democratic states might want to secede and form their own state. And vice versa, Democrats and Republican states might want to form their own state. But then that gives a big incentive for the state government to not let those people secede, because that's just going to strengthen the other party at the federal level. Because, regardless of population, every state gets 2 senators, which can have a pretty big thing. How are we related? Excuse me? My nephew. So she is my great nephew. My grandniece. Yeah, whatever. How old are we? 14? Prisoners. Please, just let this end. 2 provinces, but now it's like 6 provinces. Central government proceed to move. Interesting. What did the... So how does that work? Does that change the amount of representation they get, or does that just make, like, the administrative division smaller? Because, like, in the United States, it is a huge benefit, for the most part, for places to become their own states in terms of political representation. Whether or not it makes sense economically or financially for the state is a separate matter entirely. Would I rather get gardener or start down the herbalist? Or intrigue and learning. Intrigue and learning are really good. Gardener gives you stewardship. Reduced stress gain is good, but let's do herbalist. Dear uncle, it's one of our vassals, right? Yeah. Sure. Allying with vassals is fine. Vassals can't call you into war, so. I have 29 prowess. I swear if I lose. Can't believe I lost with 3 times the prowess. Probably was picking the wrong options, but he might also just been getting lucky. Where I'm going to need to siege the entire kingdom at this rate. Nah, 1 more siege should be good. It's already been 2 hours. Time's flying by. I mean, this war has been dragging on. We're only like, well, we should get at least 20 years through the game. What are we? Oh, somebody else is the cultural head. I guess because we're a regent, we don't. Can't control it. There we go. That's 100%. Please end the war. Please. Thank you. My niece, who's not my vassal, I will define. She called me into like a liberty war or something. I just need more time. I don't really need something woven. Well, it's just my court poet. Here I go for a sculpture. Have 4 quota. Okay, so yeah, so that does sort of strengthen them. I don't know how powerful that body is though relative to the Senate, because the Senate is like the Senate's the more powerful legislative body in the United States relative to the House of Representatives. I am not getting any more alliances. Okay, enough of that. Let's see. Can we declare war? So if I gain the contested kit, the problem is, yeah, they become our vassal, which I don't want. I want to kick them out. So we'll try to fabricate a claim and see what happens. What did I get? Adequate. Oh, we got 3. Okay, that's pretty good. Do diplomacy, and we'll do family focus so we can get a fertility bonus to help overcome our malice. Who's Wilhelm? Court artificer. He's not working on anything though, so. You upgrade your education trait, may gain skill points, may gain lifestyle experience. Ooh. Recruit a highly skilled character. That all seems good. Let's go ahead and host a feast first. Because this will help. Oh, can we have the Patriarch be our honored get? No. And. Well, whatever. Pick this guy, I guess. Wait, could I change that to, Oh, I wanted to deselect him so I could, whatever. Alright, we're not married. The Queen of Burgundy, yeah, I really don't want to be fighting more wars, though. And I also don't really want to inherit it. Dumb traits. Kind of would be good to marry somebody who's fecund, so we have a fertility buff to help offset the malices we've got. I guess we could just look at somebody who we're not related to. Yes, and she's also lustful, which could be good for us. Alright. There we go, and now we rule in our own right. As representative equivalent called people who represent have more power of a regional representative council. So unicameral. Yeah, no, for us, basically, the way it works is the House of Representatives and the Senate. In order for a bill to become law, it has to pass the House of Representatives and the Senate and be signed by the president. So both the House of Representatives and the Senate have an essentially equal impact on legislation. And then on top of that, the Senate has additional authority because I believe it's the Senate that can declare war, and it's the Senate that approves like the president's cabinet nominations. And it's the Senate who actually votes on whether or not to remove officials from office when they're impeached. Yeah, the Senate just overall has. The Senate is the more powerful body of Congress. And every state gets 2 senators regardless of population, so. Yeah. Finally managed to sway him a little bit. No! Today with passive Prince Olino. Well, that was kind of good because he really didn't like us, so. Ooh, he'd make a good marshal. Did I send you a gift to make you like me more? Yes, I can. See, he did that holy war, which then messes up the dynasty. Although, does he control that directly? No. Oh, they control a bunch of. Oh, it's all a mess internally. So we'll probably go ahead and do some Holy Wars then. Gonna go with losing some stress. So yeah, we could go and grab Moja. It's kind of messed up, our 52-year-old artificer coming on to us. Alright. Let's go ahead and do... I probably don't have the... Oh, I do, actually. Let's go for it then, because we can go ahead and take Moja. And then we could go ahead and get all the entire duchy, which would be nice. And then it won't be best, but it'll be fine enough. Eventually, this should, in theory, get fractured enough that we could just then transfer the title, so. Let's fight a war. Oh, but we're gonna get... Well, wait, these guys might not all be... Okay, yeah, they're all angry. Good, yeah, otherwise we'd have the problem of before when we got Orthodox vassals from fighting holy wars. How about these guys over here? Are these all... Yeah, these guys look like they're both. Sure, we'll become friends with the King of France. Why not? Yeah. Alright, then let's try to seduce her. Of course I collect it. 500 gold's 500 gold. What are they defending against? Give Biden. President. I see, yeah. So it's more like the House of Commons in the UK then, where the House of Lords really, the House of Commons can technically basically just ignore them. Monthly renown bonus. Really don't need another Weave inspiration. Pentaprion gives us 0.04. I think the 4% is better. Yeah, it is. Short range duration is like, could be better, but we really want to get through short range ASAP. Caesar capital, and that'll probably get us the war score we need to win the war. We're not endorsed by our patriarch. Can I send him a gift? Do me a circle, playful side, thoughtful side. Doesn't like this. 618? I guess we can afford it, though. Okay, so with that, can't declare war because our armies are raised. Am I in charge of the... Yes. Wow, my learning is not very good. Although we definitely want to go to university. Now I can... Okay, I can go ahead and create the duchy. And then we'll go ahead and just grant it to a... one of our family members. Like him, he already has a son, so... Although he's slow, so maybe not. Who wants somebody with better traits? Go for the more extended family. Prince Tiberius had... Nope, that's right. Kids, Constans, who died. People just... How do I have 1 million? There we go. You can do it. Just marry literally anybody. Okay. All you need to do is marry somebody that you're not related to. Although, honestly, that might not be terrible if it guarantees the inheritance. Yeah, they would also guarantee the inheritance. They're similar age, so sure. Alright, buddy. Hooray. It's your lucky day. You get to become a duke. Alright. More courtiers to... Oh, and we gotta fire our court physician. Can I recruit to court? Really only want to do that so I can get you married? Matrilineal marriage. Sure, a giant, why not? Oh, dodge! Another misclick. That was like 100 renown we could have gotten. Sucks. Oh well. Man, that was really annoying. That's like one of the worst ones that we could have misclicked on. Any chance we can find somebody else intelligent to guarantee inheritance? Yes. Okay, fine. Pulling court physician. Do we have anybody who would make a good court physician? We just had, I swear it just said that she was negative. Alright, we're gonna search for a physician. Both of them are bad at their job. Notify me when the decision becomes available. So this is the thing that can still happen. They can still fight. No, counts of our dukes can still fight. So yeah, that is still something that can happen. Oh yeah, let's do that university visit if we can. Can we no longer do that? We're too old. Oh, maybe it's because we did an activity recently. Can you only do one activity every 5 years? Oh yeah, we need to also convert. Oh yeah, we could convert faith and also begin culture converting. That's right, because I want to keep us all Greek. That's right. That's why I didn't want to expand like this. Oh well. Love to have a court physician, but we got a bad roll on who we could get. Oh, well, I guess we can appoint her, I suppose. So now this matters less. Oh yeah, children receive extra skill points. That'd be really good. You law violate cognitive law of local autonomy. Right. Yeah, because you have the different levels. Which I mean, I guess the US technically has different levels of autonomy, but it's mostly all with the goal of oh, we're clearly overcoming our fertility malice. Um which speaking of which, do I want to get has a lot of renown though? Because I could get the fertility regalia, but I think we're getting enough bonuses as is that I don't really need the increased fertility. Um, because of the United States, you have like territories and whatnot, but those are all with the goal of them eventually becoming states. That's heavy. Heck's going on with Crete? Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, it's always sweet when you could buff get that plus 50 for your head of faith. And now we can ask it for gold. Oh yeah, and we also got city planning, so we can actually start building some of these other holdings. I think overall we just want cities. They generate the most cash for the most part. And then it's also not subject to whether or not we're being endorsed. Ah, the Bulgarian culture does not have the city planning innovation. How about that? Yeah, I get what you mean, not really using it. I mean, it's one of the things where we've got crazy stuff in the United States, or like Congress passed the War Powers Act, which basically gives the president the ability to unilaterally declare war or unilaterally take military action without a declaration of war. At least I think that's what the War Powers Act does. Oh, now I gotta look it up. War Powers Resolution, also known as the War Powers Resolution of 1973 or the War Powers Act, is a federal law intended to check. Oh, it checks the U.S. president's power to commit the United States to an armed conflict without the consent of the U.S. Congress. It provides the president can send U.S. armed forces into action abroad only by declaration of war by Congress, statutory authorization, or in case of a national emergency. War Powers Resolution requires President to notify Congress within 48 hours of committing armed forces to military action, forbids armed forces from remaining for more than 60 days for a 30-day withdrawal period without congressional authorization for the AUMF or declaration of war. Oh, overrode the veto of Richard Nixon. Interesting. Uh, so what was it? Yeah, let me know what the background of that was. Okay, so the Vietnam War happened without a declaration of war. I thought there was one. So so AUMFs have been given. So there have been efforts to sponsor bills to invoke the War Powers Resolution to end U.S. support in military conflicts, but those have all been voted down. I see. So now I have it. Okay, so it's invoking the War Powers Act to stop military intervention. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Glad I looked it up. The War Powers Act itself is actually supposed to be a check on the president's ability to declare war. Learn something new every day. So in theory, I can just let everybody go. I really don't care. Can I also romance her? 70%. I'll try. All right. I think we need to stop here because it is getting late. We've almost been streaming for 3 hours, and I do need to eat dinner because I never ate dinner. So, but I hope you guys all had fun. We're definitely continuing this. Game still seems to be working okay. With the update because the game updated, but they said is same game compatible, and that looks to be the case. So, yeah. Hope you guys all had fun. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.